I will talk about the training needs analysis using multiple regression model. The training needs analysis using multiple regression model, about 50% of the topic I had covered earlier. Now the remaining 50% I'll just tell you. One thing I want to tell before in the beginning itself, that a reason for using any kind of a technical analysis for training management is to make the results more specific and criteria based. Only when the results are criteria based, they can be discussed and any shortcomings can be identified. If it is a general topic, then no shortcomings can be identified, and hence any such discussions will be fruitless. So I am just trying to take out the variables and regress them as a partial regression coefficients based on the observed values, and trying to predict values, and then whatever is the residuals or the difference in the values of the observed and the predicted values, based on that I am trying to find the strength of association or coefficient of multiple determination among the independent variables and the dependent variable, until how many number of independent variables are having a influence on the dependent variable. So I am just coming back to this thing, as I told you that this is the multiple regression model which is based on the observed values. This is the intercept on the y-axis, and these are the partial beta 1, beta 2. These are the partial regression coefficients. Each one of them are the independent variables here, and this is the error of residual error. Now, based on these observed variables and the observed values of these independent variables, we put them in a regression equation, and then we do the partial regression of each one of these coefficients. These are the partial regression coefficients. So we regress each one of these variables. For example, suppose x1 variable stands for climate of the organization, and x2 variable stands for willingness to share knowledge. So suppose these are the two variables here, these are the two independent variables, and we want to find out how far x2 has been putting any influence on x1, or x1 has been putting any influence on x2. So we have to regress, and we take these as the partial regression coefficients. So we regress x2 and x1 to find out the extent of influence of this variable on this one, and we regress this one on this to find out extent of influence of x1 on x2. So whatever we get is the residual values, the difference of the partial regression coefficients, whatever we get as the residual. This is the residual values, and here we were talking of the error that we get in the observed, and this what we get by this partial regression of the coefficients, we are forming, on the basis of this we are getting this estimated regression equation. So basically, if we look at this value residual, it gives us the difference in the observed values and the predicted values. So once we have got an estimate of the difference in the observed and the predicted values, then we put them in a formula of R square, which is the regression equation that we formed in the beginning based on the observed values plus just take a divide them by the addition of the your observed values plus the estimated values, which means that once we get the value of the r square here, so we can easily find out the strength of multiple determination, which is how far this one is a positive determinant of the dependent variable, this one. So how far r square will help us to determine how far x1 or x2 are a positive determinant of the dependent variable. See, the reason for using such type of a observed regression model and the estimated model and such things and finding the residual values and such things, the essence of such a thing is to help has to show an estimate that whatever we are saying is a quantified value, and whatever the data suggests based on the collected values, they are putting forth a picture like the one we are showing. If you find out the values in such a manner and then put forward in discussion, then the thing is this, it will become more clear what are those variables which are having a influence on the independent variable and which are not having any influence on the independent variable, and the extent of influence or extent of variance. These are the sum of squares, variance explained. These are the variance explained. How much of the variance is explained by these residuals. So this can help you understand the variance in the observed and the estimated variable. So this will help a more fruitful discussion. More of it I will take up in the next sessions. Thank you.